The views and opinions expressed in this content are that of a continuously evolving nature and are subject to change as humanity evolves into higher states of awareness.
Hello everyone, just Lee again here, and I want to talk about facing your own fears and why a lot of people are very anxious and depressed because they don't face the fears and they actually spend most of their life running away from the fears. But when you face them fully head on, you can then release them, because all fear is based on thought, and all negative thoughts you have are based on past negative experiences that you've experienced. And one of the best ways I've found to face these fears and fully release them is you need to create a timeline, okay? You need to get a blank sheet of paper, draw a timeline from when you were born up until now, and you need to write down all these negative experiences that you've had. Everything that you can remember, okay? Write it down. And then when you've wrote that down, you need to go to the very first experience and you need to work your way up. And when you work your way up, you need to relive these experiences in your mind. And the way you do this is you take a few breaths, you need to fully relax, and then go back in your head and relive this negative experience that you had. Fully feel it, okay? See it again, fully allow the emotion to emerge. This time you'll not be as upset, but it will be very close, okay? So you need to fully allow that emotion to emerge again. And when you do this, you'll kind of allow the emotion to come up, but then stop your thoughts, okay? This is important. Stop your thoughts about the situation, because the emotion is what causes the thoughts, you see? So stop your thoughts, fully allow the emotion first. Feel it 100%, okay? Just talk to the emotion, just allow it to come up. Just say, thank you for coming up. I'm fully with you now. I'm going to fully face this, and I'm going to fully allow you to evaporate, okay? Think of it like an energy that's in your body that's trapped and it needs to come out, fully play its course and evaporate. And when you do this, you'll notice that the emotion after 2 or 3 minutes, maybe it's even more depending on how bad the emotion was, once you fully feel it for a few minutes, you'll notice the emotion will just start to kind of evaporate and it'll become less and less strong. Once the emotion dies down, you can then go back to the experience and think about it again, okay? But when you think about it, don't think about it in a negative way. Think about it in a positive way. Put yourself in their shoes, okay? The person that created this negative emotion, or the person that was nasty to you, or the people that were nasty to you, you need to go back, put yourself in their shoes and see it from their eyes, okay? Figure out why they did that. Did they do it because they feared something? Okay? Did they do it because they needed attention? Did they do it because they weren't first facing their fears, or they were upset about something at the time? Because one thing you have to realize here is that us humans are all in this together. Okay? We all have the same negative emotions, we all have the same fears, we all make mistakes, we all do things for a specific reason at that specific time. And you have to realize why this situation happened from all angles. You have to see it from a higher perspective. Understand that, and then you'll be able to find forgiveness, okay? Once you figure that out, you'll be able to forgive, because you'll realize that it might not have been your fault, it might not have been their fault. Whatever happened because we're all going through these emotions and we all make mistakes, okay? So see it from their eyes, find forgiveness, and then because the emotion's not there as much now, you can then forgive them for it and you can move on to the next experience. And if you do this through the whole timeline, maybe 2 or 3 times, it might take quite a while depending on how many bad things you've been through. Eventually you'll find that a lot of these fears you have and a lot of these negative thoughts will be fixed, okay? You'll not get them as much because energy is like an emotion that's trapped in you, and a lot of people are keeping it trapped, you see, because they fear their own fear. They're scared to face these emotions, so it's just trapped in them, and it's trapped for the rest of their lives, okay? And they live the whole life in fear, a lot of people. But once you face these fears, you allow it to come out, then you can be happy, and then the real kind of positive attraction things can come. Okay, you can use the law of attraction in a real way, because a lot of spiritual teachers are not teaching this right. They're telling you to do things before you're ready to do it. So they'll say you need to focus on positive thoughts, forget the negative thoughts. But that's wrong, because the negative thoughts are in you. Okay, it's like an energy that's trapped in you. And if you don't fully understand that, and you don't fully release it, you're never going to be able to use the law of attraction in a positive way. Okay, it's the same as trying to fix a PC when you have no experience with PCs. It's not going to work. You need to learn about how PCs work, how the energy flows in them, and about all the different components that make up that PC before you can fix it. It's the same with your mind. You need to figure out why you're feeling these things, what's caused them. You need to understand yourself fully before you can fix yourself. And this is where a lot of spiritual teachers fail, because they'll tell you you need to do this and that to fix yourself, but you're not doing all the groundwork. You're not doing the research into why it's happening in the first place. Okay, and it's the same with children. I see a lot of parents shouting at the children, telling them not to do something, but they're not explaining why. So the child's confused. He doesn't know why he cannot do this. So they're getting shouted at, getting negativity ingrained in them without understanding why they shouldn't be doing this. You see, so you've got to know why before you can fix it. And this timeline therapy is the best option to do that. Go back to every experience you've had in your life, figure out why it happened from all angles, understand why it happened, and then forgive those who did it. Okay, forgive them, because they have to face their own karma as well. Okay, nobody gets away with anything in this life. If they've been nasty to you, other people will be nasty to them constantly. You see this all the time. Anybody nasty gets nasty things back, because it's their karma. And this will continue happening until they do this. They need to go back and figure out, and they need to forgive. Okay, this has been taught in many different by many different spiritual teachers. Jesus taught this. A lot of them taught this, but a lot of it's misled, you see, because people don't realize what you have to do to get over these fears. So yeah, try that, guys, and I'd like to thank all my subscribers for listening to my videos. I'll get around about 1,000 views per video at the moment, which is great. I did used to get a lot more, but YouTube changed their algorithm system, so anything to do with enlightenment now doesn't seem to get as much views. Okay, my views went down to about 1/4 of what they used to get. But I don't mind, because I do this to help people, and as long as the people who need this advice are hearing it, that's all that matters to me. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this video for anyone who it may help. And I'd like to thank you for listening today, and I'll see you on the next video.